This is the WJTS News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Joey Rehl reporting. The Indiana Department of Transportation, or INDOT, has published the Tier 1 DEIS for the Mid-States Corridor project between State Road 66, US 231, and I-69. INDOT has published the Tier 1 DEIS, which identifies Alternative P as the preferred route for the proposed Mid-State Corridor. Improvements for Alternative P extend 54 miles from I-64 in the US 231 to I-69 at the existing US 231 interchange. It uses existing US 231 between State Road 66 and I-64. Construction will begin at the I-64 US 231 interchange, continuing east of Huntingburg and Jasper, avoiding developed areas near these cities. From Hayesville to the north, Alternative P generally parallels the existing US 231 alignment with the bypass west of Lagodi. This alternative ends at the existing I-69 interchange at US 231. These highway improvements may include a 2-lane or 4-lane facility to be determined during Tier 2. A total of 9 illustrative local improvements on existing US 231 are also part of Alternative P, which may include passing lanes, turn lanes, and/or other safety and access improvements to be determined during Tier 2. Regulations of the Council on Environmental Quality, or SEC, or the FHWA allowed studies under the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA, for large complex projects to be carried out in a 2-stage tiered process. In the first tier, the big picture issues are addressed while considering the full range of impacts. These big picture decisions include a build or no build decision, and in the case of a build decision, identifying a corridor for Tier 2 studies. After the big picture issues are resolved in Tier 1, the focus shifts in Tier 2 of NEPA studies to issues associated with a more exact determination of impacts and the avoidance and mitigation of adverse impacts. Because the Mid-States Corridor is a very large undertaking with a 12-county study area, the NEPA process and accompanying environmental reviews, including Section 106 reviews of cultural resources, also follow a tiered process. Tier 1 of Section 106 review identifies above ground and previously recorded below ground resources within all the alternatives, which are documented in the DEIS for review and comment. Based on the tiered development of this corridor, a draft programmatic agreement is also included in the DEIS. The PA being developed will guide the Tier 2 Section 106 review, including determinations of final effect findings and development of any needed mitigation. Tier 2 studies will focus only on the preferred alternative selected in Tier 1. The views of the public on the draft programmatic agreement are being sought as part of the DEIS comment period. The DEIS, including the draft programmatic agreement, is available online at midstatescorridor.com/DEIS. Copies of the DEIS will be available for review on April 15th at the Mid-States Corridor Project Office located at the Vincennes University Jasper Campus, Administration Building, Room 216. It will also be located at the Du Bois Branch Library, the Ferdinand Branch Library, the Huntingburg Public Library, the Jasper Du Bois County Public Library, the Lagodi Public Library, the Shoals Public Library, and the Spencer County Public Library. It will also be found at the INDOT Vincennes District Office located at 3560 South US 41 in Vincennes. The first public hearing on the matter will be held on Tuesday, April 26 from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Westgate Academy, located at 13598 East Westgate Drive in Odin. The doors for that event will open at 5:30 p.m. A second hearing will be held on Thursday, April 28th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern at the Jasper Arts Center, located on the Vincennes University Jasper campus at 951 College Avenue in Jasper. Doors will open for that event at 5:30 as well. Each hearing will include a presentation from the project team at 6 p.m., followed by a formal public comment session. Spoken comments will be limited to 2 minutes per person to allow opportunities to all who wish to speak. The team will be on hand to address questions and comments before and after the presentations. Attendees may make an oral public comment at the hearing, provide verbal comments to a court reporter, or may return, mail, or email a comment form available at the public hearings and online. With advance notice, special accommodations will be made for individuals needing auxiliary aids, accessibility, or services of interpreters, signers, readers, or large print. Anyone with such needs should contact David Goffinet with the Lockmiller Group at 812-759-4120. Monday morning, April 18th at approximately 6:53 a.m., Sergeant Bill Gadberry of the Indiana State Police was patrolling US 50 near Monty Road in Knox County when he observed a 2011 Mercedes-Benz traveling east at a high rate of speed. Sergeant Gadberry utilized his radar and clocked the vehicle at 111 miles per hour. The vehicle was clocked a second time at 116 miles per hour near Robinson Road. The vehicle was stopped on US 50 at Robinson Road, and the driver was identified as Brandon Scott George Hall, 33, of Vincennes. Between the time of the initial clock and the traffic stop, Hall passed 2 other vehicles and drove through 6 intersections. Hall was arrested for reckless driving, a Class C misdemeanor, and he was taken to the Knox County Jail, where he later posted bond and was released. 2 Washington men were arrested for possession of meth, controlled substances, and syringes on Monday morning. At approximately 2:10 a.m., Trooper Angermeyer of the Indiana State Police stopped the driver of a 2001 Dodge pickup truck for driving 97 miles per hour on I-69 near the 45-mile marker. The driver was identified as 41-year-old Wesley Delonte, and his passenger was identified as 39-year-old Joshua Jackson, both of Washington. A wanted check revealed Delonte had active warrants out of Vanderburgh County for probation violation and possession of a syringe and drug paraphernalia. During a search of the vehicle, officers found a glass smoking device with burnt white residue in the center console. The residue later tested positive for methamphetamine. Officers also noticed that the shifter knob was aftermarket and had a hidden compartment that contained a small amount of suspected methamphetamine. During a further search, officers located a container that was zip-tied to the frame of the truck. When officers opened the container, they discovered 1 used syringe, a smoking device with burnt residue, packages of 10 syringes, and a baggie containing 11 Dilaudid pills and a digital scale. Delonte and Jackson were arrested and taken to the Pike County Jail, where they are currently being held on bond. They are both being charged with possession of meth, a level 6 felony, possession of a syringe, a level 6 felony, possession of a controlled substance, a Class A misdemeanor, possession of paraphernalia, a Class C misdemeanor. The arresting officer was Trooper Braden Angermeyer of the Indiana State Police, and assisting were the Pike County Sheriff's Office and the Petersburg Police. Governor Eric Holcomb joined Indiana Department of Transportation Commissioner Mike Smith, law enforcement, and road construction industry partners yesterday to kick off the 2022 Next Level Roads construction season. The kickoff event was held at the Indianapolis Traffic Management Center on the far east side of Indianapolis. More than 1,300 state projects are scheduled for construction on Indiana roads in 2022. When combined with preventive maintenance projects, the state is investing more than $3 billion to improve road and bridge conditions, safety, and mobility this year. Governor Holcomb's Next Level Roads plan spends an estimated $60 billion on road construction and maintenance over the next 20 years. With construction season kicking into high gear, Indiana residents and travelers to Crossroads of America will see an increasing number of road work ahead signs. Hoosiers are encouraged to visit nextlevelroads.com to use INDOT's Google Map tool to find projects happening near them. Motorists should also check INDOT's CARS program for real-time traffic conditions and construction project updates. To report a roadway concern, you can call 855-INDOT-4U or visit indot4u.com. With the record-breaking number of construction sites across Indiana, INDOT and the Indiana State Police are partnering to remind the public about Work Zone Awareness Week. Hoosier motorists are encouraged to slow down, avoid distractions, and drive with extra caution in work zones. In conjunction with the national awareness effort, Governor Holcomb will declare April 8th through 12th Work Zone Awareness Week to remind all drivers of their responsibility to keep work zones safe for workers and other drivers. You can also help promote work zone safety by wearing orange on Wednesday, April 13th. For more information on work zone safety, go to workzonesafety.in.gov. Stay tuned. WJTS News will be right back with a check of weather, and then Kurt Guxell will be in with a look at sports.